So, Bezat Hashem, it will be not a long meeting, but small words about what we are going to do the next month. Basically, the next month, from now, we are exactly at 1 month of the 17th of Tammuz, which is basically the Shalom Shalom Rabbi Leo Shimija, which is basically the day.
Shalom, shalom, Rabbeinu. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom Shalom. Which is not only the day of the fast, but also the day where the chief rabbinate when the chief rabbinate start his activities. So we have a very particular anniversary because it's not only a day where people are fasting, but also it's a day where we know exactly, according to the different study we have made, the limudim we have made, that is the day when the first luchot were supposed to be given. Meaning, if we count from the Mount Sinai, and we add 40 days from that moment when Moshe went up to the Mount of Sinai and received all the things, Mishnah, Midrashim, Zohar, Kabbalah, Halakha, and so on, that 40 days, they are basically the constitution, the constitutional time of the Torah Aleph. So having our birthday on that date, which is supposed to be also the date of the receiving of the Torah Aleph, is very meaningful. So based on the experience I had with the Yom HaZohar events that was organized by the French institution called Bet HaZohar, which is basically an institution which is working. Shalom, shalom, Chief Rabbi Mordechai.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Which is basically working on the promotion of Zohar study and so on. So they had that invitation for Lag Baomer, and they organized the Yom HaZohar. So the Yom HaZohar was basically 24 hours of continual limudim through platform and with the form of webinars. And one thematic was chosen for the day. And basically that was also the opportunity to give place and time and speak to different type of people and to promote that day. I really like the concept because I think that it's a good way to start to create events, because to do events, it's expensive. It's not easy, especially if you are spread and you are not in the same country. So maybe it can be a way for us to celebrate our birthday in that way, to make the Yom HaTorah. You can always work on the name and on the structure, but let's say we have 1 month to organize it, and it will be a kind of copy-paste of the way they made the Yom HaZohar. Because I think the concept is well done, but they don't have the same power as we can have, because we are touching different countries, and we have basically not only Jews who are listening to our limudim, but also non-Jews, Christians, Muslims. I have a lot of Muslims on Facebook who write to me straight to say that they are following, and so we can touch a lot of people. And like this, we know that we start small by doing the Yom HaTorah Aleph, you can think, and every single year on the birthday, because it's a day of fast, it will be easy to catch people, because when you are fasting, you are not doing such things. You know, especially when you are Jew, you are home. And when you are home, you just generally you have time and you can study a bit by yourself, but you try to to make yourself busy, not to feel not to feel angry or not to feel thirsty. So it's a good occasion to have people and to catch people. So based on that, the idea I want to propose to you is to work on it now a bit and to see how we're gonna build the concept, how we're gonna promote it, and I think every single of us should be involved in the way to promote and how the event will be built. So about the building of the event, I think it will be good to make like webinars, meaning, first of all, we will have to find people who are gonna have space to make limudim or intervention. So this is where we have to talk. Two options. We can invite only rabbis according to what we think that, yes, the thematic is, what will you say about the Torah Aleph? Feel free. You want to bring it on the topic of politics, you want to bring it on the topic of war, of society, economy, feel free. The thematic is that Torah Aleph, and we will try to see according to the answers we're gonna receive, if we're gonna schedule one limud per hour. I think night time is not worthy. We start from the morning. So one limud per hour, or if we have a lot of guests, we can even make different rooms of study like it's possible with Zoom, for example. So now my first question to see with you is, what type of people we should target? Should we be only focused on, let's say, rabbis, rabbanim? And of course, you are free also to take one schedule to teach, and that schedule will be prepared in the way that you will know how to use the Zoom for you yourself and make a small video of promotion about what you will say on the Yom Torah or Yom Torah Aleph. We're gonna see, and you can spread it out, and we're gonna bring people to come to see you. So you can also be yourself as a part of the teachers. Or if do we open, should we also give place to non-Jew, to some imams, some pastors, to say, look, it's the day of Torah Aleph. Here's the concept, boom. The Torah was given, that. Or should we keep it closed? This is my first question. Let me know what you think.
Hey, Rabbi, if I have permission to speak, the thing is, I always see these like events, and they have these events in the Jewish community, and they have speakers, whether it's Shavuot or Lag BaOmer, all these, and it's just like all these like Ashkenaz faces, and it's like a big flyer, and you have all these rabbis on it, and so I just think like, in terms of promotion, we should have one big flyer just full of black rabbis. You know what I'm saying? And in that in itself, it will it will be a huge it'll be a huge concept in itself. And I mean, obviously, there's a lot of other suggestions we can make, but I just think, just in terms of just dealing with the promotion of it, like just having one of those big flyers with all these different rabbis, and you have the countries that they're from, and what parts of things they're dealing with, and there's like maybe a little bit on the top of the flyer about like what the event is about, and I just think that it'll be a historical flyer. We've never, maybe in modern Jewish history, or at least mainstream Jewish history, at least since 1948, have we ever seen a flyer just full of Orthodox black rabbis, having an event celebrating, an event and the whole thing. So I don't know. It's just it will be very, very much historical.
Crazy. But yeah, Femi, I was thinking like you, and I was trying to know if I know enough black rabbis who, first of all, will have the guts to come to that event, because you know sometime the more you are Orthodox, the less you have to show that you're proud of your ethnic groups, let's say. So, for example, we can let's check an example. That type of event, if we have may have no problem to even contact Rabbi Campus Fournier, or even to have Zern Lex, even to have Amare, even to have Nissim Black. It's depend on us, on what image we want to offer. About Black Orthodox rabbis, I know if I don't count the Ethiopians, I know three. And I don't.
And Rabbi Shalom, it just also it doesn't necessarily have to be rabbis. It could also be more. You know, it could
Yeah,
be a
yeah, of
teacher.
course. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
of course, yes. So in terms of more, yeah, we can make it. Yes, it's more easy to find people who will have things to say, but it's up to us to see what type of direction we want to give. Should we integrate people like Zion Lex, or it's better to stay on a Jewish umbrella?
Zion Lex is a little controversial because I think someone told me like he's like connecting to JC a little bit in his
Yeah,
talks.
I know. No.
Oh, you know about it. Okay.
Yes, Rabbi Zohar.
Rabbi, in this meeting, basically, as we were, be broadcasting, will it be permissible to speak a bit in our native language? That way, if there's anybody from the area, my area that I was raised from, maybe may understand and may see themselves in such.
Yes, what will be done is like this. It's we will have the possibility to create different rooms of classes, and with a small video of promotion about what you will talk about in that day, you will attract people, and they will be allowed to join your room and not that room. And we will have French, English, Lingala, every type of language it's possible. Just we have to know before which language will be used, what will be the thematics, and when I will make the events, it will be clearly appears that okay, let's say on the Yom HaZohar 70th of Tammuz that day at 9 p.m. it will be Rabbi Zohar on that topic in Creole. People will know, and you make that promotion. The purpose for me, I think, is to to make a blueprint on that day, and to give the habits that we celebrate our anniversary as Yom at Torah, Torah Aleph, and so on. And years after years, that event, which start with webinars, can be you rent a big hall, you make small rooms, and people come physically to participate. But to create that, we have to have experience of how it works, what type of people we can attract, we can grab, we can have different type of teachers. Concept can be hip hop and Torah. We have to open, and just to attract people on our platforms, and this will help us to be also known in the work we are doing, and to get that name that on the day of the 17th of Tammuz, the Chief Rabbinate of Africa, it's their birthday, they make the Yom HaTorah. And that Yom HaTorah, it's about Torah Aleph, and you have bunch of limud. It's on the internet, and you can go, you can join, you can exchange. We give to everybody 1 hour, and that hour is recorded, and the limit would stay in the platforms. And after the 1 hour, you can stay in your room with the guys which will be in your webinars to exchange and to have more discussions. So the purpose is really to show that, okay, that day we are bringing sweetness. It will not be fasting that you are, no, you have one event and you say, oh, it's amazing on that day. It's a whole day of limudim, different type of topics. And even if I'm hesitating between that room or that room, it will be recorded. I can go back on it after. So yes, definitively you will have the possibility to talk about your, in Creole, sorry. Shalom, shalom, Chief Rabbi Natan Hanan. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom, Chief Rabbi Pinchas.
Shalom, shalom. So for the first question, we talk only Orthodox Jews, or we take only Jews according to the definition the Chief Rabbinate will have, and we limited rabbis and morim, teachers. Are we okay for that?
Yeah, on the first one, I think that's a good move. On the first one.
One more time.
On the first one, I think that's good. Next year, we can maybe expand it a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Shalom, Rabbeinu.
Shalom, shalom, Rabbi Kis.
Yes, this is Nuzak Afriki.
Mhm.
First of all, let's define who is a Jew or a Hebrew or Israelite to ourselves. When we hear in this committee define it and know it, then we can now know who and who fits into this bracket of our definition. So we don't define who is a Jew by the definition of the Ashkenazi or Sephardi or whatever. Let's define who is a Jew by our own standard, by our own understanding. When we do that, have it, then we can say who fits this definition. Shalom, Rabbi.
Shalom, shalom. It's very, very simple. Our birthday of the Chief Rabbinate is on the day of the giving of the two luchot. That 2 tablets were given to the Bnei Israel. It's not written that it was given to the Jews. It was given to the Bnei Israel. The 12 tribes and more. When we say more, the Midrashim explain that all the earth was aware about what's going on the Mount Sinai. So I will more use the term Israelites. When I will make the promotional video, I will say that birthday, Chief Rabbinate, we want to give time and space for the Torah Aleph, which is the Torah of the Israelites, Bnei Israel. This is the term. So based on that, we need to see that Israelite is defined by the knowledge of halacha. When I say halacha, I'm not talking about rabbinical practice. I'm talking about the mitzvot which are written in the Torah, in the Chumash. So if someone says that, okay, I know I'm Israelite, but myself, I'm okay with Christianity or with pork or with Islam, so yeah, you may have that genetic, but it's not what we are looking for now. Israelites mean that I know my genetic, I know my ancestors, and I'm also practicing or waiting to practice or to more understand or to be more open to the idea of what is the halacha, what is Shabbat about, what is kashrut about, what is family purity about. This is the definition of what I call Israelites.
Shalom, shalom, Rabbeinu.
Shalom, shalom, Rabbi Shemiji.
Yeah, this definition has exactly portrayed the point I had in mind. because when you are talking about Israelites, majority of our people are Israelites. But unfortunately, because Christianity came, Muslim came, but if you come culturally, they still practice what the culture says, which is in Torah. So I think the definition, with this definition now, people who even currently don't practice Judaism, but culturally they are practicing it, can be invited. Shalom, Rabbeinu.
Shalom, shalom. Yes, of course, because we are the first one to say that the authentic African tradition, they are expression of the Mishnah. So if someone who is Igbo and knows about is never give back is back to the traditional facts, it's a way to practice, yes, but we need to know that he's aware about all the tradition, all the, let's say, the modern halachot, but something have to be material in his way to live his identity. Not only to proclaim that he is Israelite, but also to show in his way, example, to marry his wife, to make the circumcision, to do that. He's showing some Israelite dimension, life dimension of practice.
Toda Rabbeinu, toda.
Simcha.
So, Rabbeinu, see, the definition now it helps us to know where we are focusing, and there now from the bit you put to it now, even though it's Bnei Israel, but he has kind of started doing his teshuvah, started coming, so it will be easy, not when he's Bnei Israel and he's deeply immersed in Christianity or in Islam, whatever that we say that they might not make meaning to him, but somebody who is in the path of teshuvah already is worthy to be invited to the meeting and seminar, and it will make it good. So with this now, we can start looking for who and who meets this our description, and who and who are we going to invite in this stuff.
The female. Okay, perfect. So second question, are we focusing on teachers and rabbis of with, let's say, African expression or African American expression only, or do we open a bit? Because I think about, for example, people like Rabbi Demota, who is involved with that type of question. Is it the moment to have that type of guest, or should we be focused only on teachers who have that identity, let's say, in their blood?
Rabbeinu, I think you just mentioned the name. Diane Demota is a good one to bring. He is not in South Africa, but he is a Sephard, and he is an anthropologist who has studied Africa, diaspora is an African diaspora, and so on, and Igbo in particular. So he will have a lot to tell us. Maybe from his anthropological dimension, he can say a lot of things that can help link things we are saying. It will be good, somebody like him, we invite him, and inviting him now will officially create an avenue for us to collaborate with him. But we propose to bring him, but maybe we have not had time since to bring him. Now, this is an opportunity to bring him on. We need all sorts of knowledge and information that is kosher to help bring back the Africans. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Thank you very much for your answer. Do you have other answers? Do we have other answers?
Shalom, Rabbeinu. Yeah, if you're talking about people who to invite, I know some scholars, Igbo scholars, who are well versed in our tradition. They say what they practice is omenala, which is the tradition.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
are not into church. They are not into Judaism. They are not into Muslim. That's Islamic religion. They're not into Christianity. So scholars, I think, is good. We invite them as well, so that
Rabboni, I think, don't say they're not into, say they're not into rabbinical Judaism, but they're into Judaism.
exactly. They're not into rabbinical Judaism.
Please.
Yeah, but they practice authentic Torah, which is Omenala. Shalom, shalom.
Yeah, I know them. I know them. I know. I had the information about the existence and their position. For me, I have. I think that day we should use it to promote the questions or the position of what we are doing and the connection we can make. So, for example, let's say, okay, I'm not at the same time, Rabbi Demota. And do you have a name of someone who can be a good teacher and who can be interest to be a speaker on that day? Or we'll talk about Omenera.
Yeah, I know Nze Remi Ilona.
Rabbeinu,
Yes.
okay. Rabbeinu, there's this man that anchored this video that Rabbi Mordecai just sent.
Yeah.
I think Eliyahu Danzing. He
Yeah.
knows much about the Igbo. Somebody like him can also invite him. He say one or two things.
Yeah, that could be good. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Eliyahu Danzing.
I
Rabbi
have good
Mordecai,
relationship.
Rabbi knows him. Rabbi knows him very
I
well.
have good relationship with him. He's
Okay.
we know each other very good, very well. So I will also okay him also Jeremiah Danzig. Okay.
Did you take note of Nze Remi Ilona?
It's Jeremiah or Remai?
Remy, Remi Ilona.
Okay, Ilona. Okay.
Rabbi, I can see his contact if he needs contact.
What I will do, I will first of all try to make official invitations like this. When we contact them, we have a proper canal. I've also I'm talking now with let's say the boss of the Hebrew Israelite, the Sar Amdiel. I think also it's someone who have to speak in that day because he's representing all this presence in Israel and the way to understand, even if we can find some connection, maybe not maybe him, but some people to Christianity, I think it's worth it to have that type of guest because it's give a certain direction of we are open to have discussion. So if you have any analyze or ideas about him, but I think it can be good to have him as a guest also. Is it okay for you?
Sure.
And, I thought also because the purpose would be to attract and to make ourselves, let's say, known. But before I go deeper, who among you wants to have time and space to speak? Like I said, the format, it's 1 hour, and the thematic chosen, we're going to talk about it in a few minutes. But who among you is interested to have a time of speech?
Yeah, Rabbi, I definitely would love to speak.
Okay, perfect. Hi. Myself, done.
I'm also, Besot Hashem, I also wanted to speak with you, Rabbi Pinchas.
Rabbi and Nathan. Done.
A question, how long can that speech go for, minimum to maximum?
I think minimum of 45 minutes is a must. Maximum 1 hour, because people they need to be focused on the topic.
I see.
Shalom.
Shalom, Chief Rabbi Shai Moshe.
I will be also interested to participate in Bezat Hashem.
Rabbi Shai, you want to do it in French or in Malagasy?
We're gonna see because it will be so in French, and is it possible to have also in Malagasy? Is it possible? Yes.
You want to do two different limud?
Or one. It's
You want to do the same language in the same limud? It's up to you.
This
No,
is
no.
also I want to do it.
Maybe one. Maybe I thought about one in French and later on that day in Malagasy.
So two limudim.
Yeah, can be interesting.
Can I do mine in both English and Creole, like switch up? Because most people in the diaspora, they speak both English and Creole. They're very connected to that.
1 second.
So we could combine it. And is there a specific topic we could bring, or it could be any topic of your
Like I
choosing?
said, in 5 minutes, we're going to talk about the topic. We have to make a frame. 1 second. So, Rabbi Zohar. English, Creole.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. I spoke yesterday also to Rabbi Zechariah. I think he will be interested to have a moment. So I'll see with him. I didn't spend to him everything, but I think he will be willing to talk. What do you think about someone like Rabbi Campus Fournier?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't see why not, but we should at least have a conversation with him before, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, just so he could like meet the leader of organization and talk, get familiar, and then we could come back and say, hey, we want to come and share a few words, or someone from his congregation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
But
So
he's around here.
Rabbeinu, Funya, I think is it conservative or reform?
it's conservative, I think, right?
Conservative. Yeah, he's conservative.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's all these groups of Black Jews, the 70s, the 80s, it's a whole history also in itself. And I think in the people's minds, they even forget that he's reformed. He become like the face of Judaism in a certain way in America. So when you have that type of face, you attract people to come and listen to what you're gonna say. So for sure, we have, like say, Rabbi Mordechai, we have to exchange with him to let him know what we want to do in that day and the image and the purposes of the event. And I think it's gonna be something like very, people who teach, they are always willing to face new listeners, new students, even for 1 hour. So I know that everybody will be interested to join on that day, especially on the day of fast. Nobody has a big schedule on that day, so it can be good to have something. Is there people you have in mind like this? We can make some research if we need.
How about Jonathan Perry? Why don't we invite him as well?
Jonathan Perry?
Mhm.
Okay. All these, but
And also there's Yehuda Price. I like him a lot. He's a good guy.
I don't think he's a teacher, but
Not a teacher, but he's very involved in the community. Maybe we could speak to him first. Maybe he might have 2 cents to say, you know, about the people in his side of town.
okay.
What about Hassa Lev as well? They just converted, very beautiful, nice family, you know, love Torah. They are beginning their journey. Maybe we could speak to them first, like
but why?
Rabbi
But why would we want these people that are not learned in Torah at all, and to have them come? Like this is we want to create a
No,
standard.
to get them in. Well, even from the littlest to from the smallest to the biggest. You need all kind of phases, from the basic to the highest.
They're not even basic.
You know, like I said, let's speak to them first and see if there's something there. They have also a great following. If you ever seen their social media, that could always be a plus for us.
Do you know them personally, Rabbi Zohar?
No, but Rabbi Mordechai, he knows them. He knows them, so he could tell you more about them. But I seen their social media. In one post they could have over thousands of reaction, likes and reaction. That could also be a plus, you know, to bring to spice up the situation. That's why I mentioned it.
Okay. What the name did you say? Like with I quote it, I note it. House of Love, you said? Can you hear me?
Yes. Let me share one of their
But just give me the like this. I put it on.
House of Lev.
Okay, to that.
I'll send you a screenshot. I'll share something of theirs.
Put in the committee group of Telegram.
Committee?
Committee.
Okay. Oh.
Chief Rabbi Pinchas,
Yes, Rabbi Jonathan Hanan.
can you slot me also at my place to speak on your Shwambo?
Yeah. Okay.
Baruch Hashem, toda rabba.
Okay, I just sent it.
So my only concern with the speakers is that like the event itself is going to bring a lot of attention. You know what I mean? And so I just feel like with us going in the path of Dianas and conversions and these different things, that we should just keep the Torah at a very high level, and ultimately representing Rabbi Pinchas, right? All of us, he's our chief, right? And so like we bring these people in. I mean, these people aren't taken seriously. They're considered like jesters almost in the Jewish community. So it's like we want to keep it like high. You know what I mean? Like it's not a picnic. You know what I mean? Like it's like Rabbanim are going to be looking at it.
100%.
Diana.
100%. I agree with you. At
So
the same
Yehuda
time,
Price is like talks about being in prison and having his shirt off on flyers. I don't think we want to be so
but
much
put it this
connected
way.
to that.
100%, 100 billion%, I agree with you. But if we invite Fournier, which is a conservative, why not House of Lev?
Rabbi
Conservative.
Fournier is a legend in America. He's connected to the commandment keepers. He's a descendant of Rabbi Matthews, Rabbi Levi, Rabbi Ford. He's an Orthodox Jew who manages a conservative shul, right? He's Michelle Obama's cousin, who's been to the White House and represented Black Jews in the White House in America.
Yes, again, I agree with you, but for example, let's just say I wasn't in this group, for example, and as soon as you said conservative, the first flag that's gonna go in my head is, oh, that's a conservative rabbi. Forget if it's Orthodox or not, but as soon as they hear the word conservative, it's a conservative rabbi.
You're going to hear
Yeah.
Rabbi Fournier, who's the most visible Black Jew in America.
You know, but how many people in the community knows about him?
Every Black Jew in America knows who Rabbi Fournier is. Like whether they're Reformed, Conservative, Orthodox, you know, whatever, Hebrew, Israelite, everyone knows who Rabbi Fournier is. He's a huge, huge celebrity.
With all due respect, I only heard about him recently until you introduced me to him. I'll be honest with you, you know, but House of Lev, for example, yes, I agree with you. The Torah should be, it should be a very class situation. The reason why I said, let's bring these people over, maybe let's have a talk with them first and explain to them what they're doing. Give them a choice. They could always say, no, okay, that's not for me, etc., etc.
I'm saying by Rabbi Pinchas. I'm saying Rabbi Pinchas should not be associated with the House of Lev. Okay, like they're people who went through conversion and make videos about whatever, and they don't even know who they are, right? Like this is a high level situation. Like even myself, I went on their show just to like bless them. Me and Sapporo, we went on there to bless them and be positive. But I mean, it's not like a serious situation. You know what I mean? Like we're not going to sell more books by having them on there because they have their views are the people who are going to be the most judgmental for what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Zakaria is a good choice because Zakaria is invested with the rabbi. He's made music for the rabbi. He's learned at Bastina Kadisha, right? And he's popular. I think he's more relevant for what we're doing than even Nassim.
Okay. You said one thing, like for example, judgmental. For example, what do we care if people are judgmental or not? What do we care? We just need more exposure. This is what it's not bringing this. It's just they have a tool that could bring us more exposure. You see where I'm coming from? They have a tool to bring us more exposure. Now, those who wants to be negative, as before, it's not the first time we face negativity. Come to the table. We'll speak to you. We'll clarify anything that you need to answer.
I think there's a two time of work here. Two time of work. The first time, I think Rabbi Mordechai is saying something. Between that the one who gonna talk, they have to have deepness in the analysis, because on the day the spotlight will be focused on us, and we cannot take the risk of putting people who can, in the way to explain the speech and to develop their ideas, they can say maybe something which is far away from not it's a problem to be far away from us, but far away from the concept of Musa, Afriki, and all these things. It's in terms of intellectual, we need people who understand the questions and the dynamic of what's going on, or from a rabbinical perspective, or from their involvement in the way to live the Jewry, like Rabbi Dimota, or even Zachariah. We have people, but after, maybe where Rabbi Zohar, you're right, we will have content. We'll have hours of content, and we have to capitalize what will be done on that day. So maybe we should have two phases of how to manage what we're going to create on that day. So maybe on the second level, we can use what we will be saying to create a second level of discussion with people who can be type of representative. But where I understand what Rabbi Mordechai want to say, is like this: we For example, let's say on the day you see topics, and let's say if we decide to say that the thematics will be let's say how to build a Judaism for African Americans or for Africans from African, how to build it. It's the question that maybe we never thought about it. You know, they are African American, but they never spend hours to try to find a way to stay who they are without changing their halakha. So you need people who have brain to understand this and that. So on that point, I understand Rabbi Mordechai, but what I understand Rabbi Zohar is that we have to make a place for people who are not at our level of discussion. So another question is to know how to do it. Should it be after, or should we have a type of event where like we will have multiple people, you know, talking like more like not webinar where you are teaching, people are listening, but like more open and more funny. Maybe yes, Rabbi Zohar.
Okay. For example, say that Mordechai comes in and he deliver a beautiful speech. And maybe, you know, like after each show, like when you're watching the Super Bowl, right? And there's the commercials. And these people could be in the aspect of commercials. They come in and they spice it up a bit, you know, etc. And then after that, the next rabbi. And then, you know, Yehuda Price come in, spiced it up a bit, and then the next person, and so on and so forth. So that way, they could be used their exposure. Think of the Super Bowl. They could use that could bring more exposure, and that way they're not gonna be
They are not speaker, but they are
speakers.
more like I don't know the term in English.
Help me out, Mordechai. You know these terms better. Entity. I don't want commercial.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's there, but I mean, I just look at it, this is our first. I mean, this is my opinion. Chief Rabbi is going to decide. You guys decide. I'm just giving my perspective on it. I see where Zohar's coming from, but I just look at it like, hey, it's our first event, and this way, let's just get through it. Let's keep everything high level. In the next year, we could plan for even bigger. And then have a day maybe for Morim, or you have a day for rabbis, you know, maybe you could flip it up. But I'm just saying these people only know how to talk about their conversion story. They don't have content. They've never learned. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
100%.
but they're
100%.
not even converts. You understand?
No. Rabbi Mordechai. 100%.
Let us comment. Hey.
Wait,
Hey, Mordechai. Pause. This is giving pause.
I'll leave that to you.
No, but I'm saying these particular people are fighting hard to be white. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to speak Lashon Hara about them. I'm not trying to speak Lashon Hara. God forgive me. Hashem forgive me if it's Lashon Hara. I know it's being recorded, but I'm just. But I'm saying they haven't graduated. They haven't graduated. They have to come to Rabbi Pinchas's shirim. They be a part of it. This type of thing, and then that's what I'm saying. Zachari is a perfect example. Someone who's not like in the limudim all the time, but he still is connected to Rabbi Pinchas's Torah. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, but these other people, they're in a whole different mindset. And my thing is, I would even wonder, would they even want to be a part of it? Truthfully, like, you know, or would they say like, oh, maybe people look at me different? You know what I mean? Like they're in that space.
You don't know that. You can only speak to them. You can only approach them. You don't know that for sure. But if they ever say yes, Zaire, stop. If they ever speak to them, they're not, like you said, they're not gonna be speakers. It's like the Super Bowl. We are going to be the footballers, and they are going to be, you know, the commercial. You know, the commercial is always fun in the Super Bowl. You were a footballer once. The commercial is always fun.
You have big dreams of Zohar, but how do you handle it? It's technical, you know, to have a small Zoom and to have that.
Right.
Hard. It's hard to
No,
do.
because you need to give one rabbi space to for another. Like, you know, you finish speaking, give the other guy to gather his thought, etc. And then
the guy will be fasting after we start to sleep. Okay, I get you. Yes,
But
yes,
he's right. He is right. In a way, he is right, Mordecai. Yeah, they're not graduated, but like I said, this
I
Nusach
think
Afrique,
Rabbi Mordechai, when he's that mode, we have to call him Rabbi Kendrick. He has no
yeah, they're not like us. They're not like us. No,
Hey, man,
no.
I mean, I'm saying the more we put a machita, the better we are. The better we are for them, right? When they see us moving, because they're going to go, the reality is going to eventually hit them, and not just on many other Jews and our kids. Like that's why I'm not trying. Like Zakaria has those events. He's bringing a lot of people in, which is a beautiful, and it's Akdus, and it's beautiful. But the point is saying that a black Jew, African American Jew, or even African Jew, is not free until they're in a place of their autonomy with God, right? And that's the basis of Nusach Afriki. That's the basis of Rabbi Pinchas. So my thing is like, hey, the more we move and the more we're making noise and doing what we're doing, those people are going to look up and say like, hey, that. But if we go to them and invite them in and they haven't bought into us and coming towards us, then black people, I don't know, maybe Africans would be the same way, but black people are kind of like, they don't appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? They only appreciate it if they got to chase it. You know what I'm saying? So the more like we're doing our own thing and building our own thing, and we don't need you because we're dealing with black people, we're dealing with African Americans, we're dealing with Africans, we're dealing with continents, we're dealing with groups of people. They're going to be the ones looking at themselves like, why am I breaking my neck to be accepted by these white people? You know, that are never going to accept me, right? They don't want me to marry their kids. They don't want me to. I had a whole conversation with
There's
Yehoshaphat
some
today.
truth to that. There's
No,
a lot.
a rabbi, and I hope Yehoshaphat forgives me for saying this. Maybe it's private, but a rabbi told him, "Why what would you offer a frum girl?"
Oh,
Told Amari, told
Oh,
Yehoshaphat that. Yeah. So
oh,
what I'm saying, so what I'm saying, yeah, Amari
oh.
Stoudemire, one of the greatest.
I'm out of the
Amari,
chat. You got me.
no, but what I'm saying is like it takes time, and he told me this morning, and so it takes time for people to get to a point that you look at your self-worth, you look at your self-worth as a man, and you look at it and you say like, hey, like really, like you're gonna tell Amari Stoudemire, whoever Amari could get hundreds of thousands of Jews to keep Shabbat or light an extra candle just by saying something on his social media. You know what I'm saying? Whoever he marries is going to set a standard of what sniut is, right? That's what I told him today. So the point is saying this is how we're treated in the Jewish community, right? And that is not leaving. That's not leaving Mitzrayim, right? As black people, like if we're putting ourselves in that situation, that we're still slaves. You're just slaves with a black hat on. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that's my mind. That's the power of Rabbi Pinchas. It's the power of Nusach Afriki, is the fact that I'm just speaking as an American, giving me freedom to be holy within myself, right? I don't need them. I don't need their traditions. It's beautiful what they have. It's amazing. It's inspirational, right? And that's it. And I'll say one last point. I just want to say this because I think Rabbi Pinchas would appreciate it. There's another Rabbi Sheish Rishon, right? And Zohar knows him. Zohar knows Rabbi Sheish Rishon. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Beautiful guy.
Yeah, great guy. But he said something that was powerful. He talked about like maybe some Ashkenaz, maybe not, who knows, people convert, all types of things. But he said something profound. He said that there's some Mefarshim that say that when Abraham was promised that his descendants would leave a great gifts, some people say it was a wealth that they got during the days of darkness, this whole thing. But he says some Mefarshim say that the gift that they received was the Erev Rav. And the reason why the Erev Rav were a gift, because they were in slavery for 210 years. They didn't even know how to function, right? They didn't even know how to function in the right way because they were so broken as people that the Erev Rav was still kind of normal. They were organized. They knew how to function, outside of that context. So they were a gift to the Israelites for them to retrain themselves to focus. So perhaps some of the people who call themselves Jews, who may not actually have Yichus, they're there to teach us and remind us how to assimilate because we've been in slavery for so long. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So that's where I'm at. So if you want to join this train, join the train. But we're not like them. Like he said, Kendrick Lamar.
Rabbi Kendrick.
My friend, Rabbi Mordechai, I'm going to rethink life after what you just said earlier.
But
It's harsh. The guy could light up, could go to the club, and then make the whole club, you know, like start praying. It's harsh.
The club,
It's
he could make a whole
harsh.
stadium. He gave a whole shear at his retirement thing, talking about the lev and the heart and his whole thing in gematria. And he's just beginning. So imagine if once he builds himself even more, he's going to come over here. I told him, I said, do the program that you're doing, but after you get everything, you know, full over there, I said, come over here and get smicha by Rabbi Pinchas. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when you're going to be able to express your Torah without worried about someone trying to threaten you and control you.
Now, I have one question for you. We, for example, we went to the system, the white man Torah, etc. It took a while. Baruch Hashem, you know, I find out Pinchas, and I remove the kun chips and stuff like that. So sorry if I'm speaking that way, but now that one of us, two of us, five of us have it in the community, in the American community, don't you wish around that time, when all these time you spend in the white man Torah, 7 years, 10 years, whatever, don't you wish someone would come and remove that, remove the plug, the matrix plug on you? Why can we not be that for these people? Why we have to wait they hit their in their head?
How many times you told me to come to Rabbi Pinchas before I came?
Oh, for years. Years.
Okay,
I
so
even tackle you for years.
So the point is saying that I was still in Israel. These people are in America, right? And so, like, if we want to build them up, and Rabbi Zohar wants to give them shir on Shar Kedushim and the different things, right? Shar Kavanot. If you want to bring the House 11 and you want to start teaching him that, because they think Nassim Black is the goal, and I love Nassim, he's my brother, but what he represents is not a progression for Black people. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to be wearing strymos. We don't need to be wearing bekishes. We don't need to be speaking in Yiddish accent. And then 1 minute you're from the hood, next minute you're speaking in Yiddish. And if you want to do music, why are you not going back in the hood? Why don't you care so much about your condition of your community that you want to go back and spread light to them and go and teach them to help them? Why is that not your mindset? So what I'm saying is like, that's the old way of Black Jews. That Uncle Jacob and all those different people. Uncle Jacob actually could be a part of it. I mean, he you know, he was at the. I that's what I feel. Same as at your face. That's how I feel too. But the point is just saying these guys, they're still stuck. You know what I'm saying? They're not free yet unless you have Nusach Afriki, you're still a slave. You're still acting like the white. It's a new Christianity. It's a new Islam. It's somebody else's thing that you got to be a part of to be holy, to be Kodesh, right? So that's what we're fighting against. Like, we have to be free. We have to be kings. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this notion of these people. Yeah, we want to sit down and you want to teach them. I will put you in contact with them. I will tell them how amazing you are and how much of a Sadiq you are and everything. And they should learn from you. And you could do that. But for me, I ain't got time for it because I know how Black people are. You don't give them attention and they see you doing, and they come around like, hey, what's going on, man? Can I come? You're like, nah, you can't come, man. It's too high level, too high level. Then they come back again. Can I be a part of it? Nah, no. And then the third time, then you say, okay, all right, we'll let you listen just for a little bit, and then, you know, if you're weird, you got to leave. And then they want to be a part of it.
I understand and I agree with you, Rabbi Mordechai, 100%. You know, this woman, Malka Shabtai, she is basically, she called me, we had the Zoom meeting this morning. The last time I spoke with her, she was planned to organize a symposium in Cameroon in 2025 in Mars, and her mindset was, because she saw that in Africa you have a lot of movement, people being involved in Judaism, was to make a whole day of symposium with the main faces of what's happening in Africa with Judaism. So she had the Kulanu thing, she had the Orthodox, the Chabad, the Breslev, and so on. And we spoke before 1 month, and she heard about me, but she never took time to understand what we were doing. So I explained to her why Nusar Afriki, why the chief rabbinate, and so on, so on, so on. And basically, she's very close with the embassy, the Israel embassy in Cameroon, and the Israel embassy is organizing that event. So she called me up this morning, say, look, here's the way things will be organized. The main speaker will have half an hour, and you have 4 of you. So there's me, Sarah Mdiel, and so on. And I said, but people want to listen more about you. I say, why? I say, because among all of them, you are the only one who went with the mindset of Nusar, independency, and to have a hand, to give hands to the other by create a place of exchange. And she called me because she said, look, we received the authorization of the president of Cameroon that they will happen. So we start to talk more, and she said basically, I say, look, at the moment, I will not say I will be there physically because, you know, all the things we went through, I'm a man with a lot of paranoia. I don't trust anybody. And especially when it's Israel. So I may be there in Zoom. I said, no, please come, you know. I said, I don't know. She said, why? I said, because first of all, you invite all these people. But for me, the main one is missing. She said, who? I said, the state of Israel. I want to hear from their mouth what their agenda with the Judaism in Africa. Everybody can talk. I can talk. Sarah Mujel can talk. We can have projects. But at the end of the day, we're not the one who have the narrative in his hand. Is it Israel? As you know, I swear, there is one man from the government who's going to be there. And basically, he will come specially. He gave to me his confirmation of being there just after I spoke about you and what you said about the Nusar Afriki and why you don't trust the state. So Mordechai is right. Our position of moving forward, but in a very calm way, Torah, mitzvot, maasim tovim, kedusha, tahara, it makes them a bit crazy in the good way to say, okay, we cannot fight them in that way of bullying them or say that's not credible. They are bringing the topic in another way. So she said to me that she's working on the fact of making the visa free for all the people who are going to be involved. So probably we may receive official invitation for Cameroon. And it seems to be that is the moment the Israel decide to start not the fight, but to okay, let's go. You have things, you think things, okay, come and talk and let's have a whole day of table talking and to know where we are going. I said to Malka, look, I will not lose my time. If I come there, purpose, I want answers, and at the end, to know exactly what's going to be done. If there's no guarantee, it's better to make it by Zoom. I will say a few things. So yes, Rabbi Mordechai, you're right. The Nusar Afriki is the thing that's basically pushed the state of Israel to make this event really happen and to send someone from the government to give answers about what will be said by that situation. So yes, so long story short, I think House of Lev, we're gonna add them in a next event. Like this is gonna be okay. So
yeah, but Zohar, sorry, Rabbi, but I think Zohar said good. But Zohar, he could start teaching these people. Like he could out connect them, and he could build them up. And they do have a big social media following. But I'm just saying, and they're moving to Israel too. By the way, that's the new hype, right? But you could start teaching them.
You're already in Israel.
we know Rabbi Zohar. Rabbi Zohar has no time. If you are not a student with perfect midat from D1, you will not get
The dancing, the dancing got to stop a little bit. The dancing got to stop a little bit. That's the first, maybe the I need to bring.
I saw what you sent to me. They made Alia, right?
Yeah, they're in Israel with you, Mordecai. How come you don't
They're
connect?
here now because I knew they
Long
were.
time
I saw,
ago.
no, I just
They're
told them to give me
here.
their
I'm telling
passports.
you. No, they're here already. My wife showed it to me. They're here. They're there already.
Ah, they're here. He's still in Israel. Zohar still in
Hey,
Israel.
it's missing. Hey,
I gotta contact
it's
them.
missing the falafel. Hey.
Wait, hey, so Rabbi, on this note, a good thing, but one thing with Amari, I connected him with Tiffany Haddish, and so now he's giving her classes once a week. Yeah, he's giving. No, but I told him because I told him he has to do this. At first, I tried to get him to go out on a date with her. He wouldn't do it. Then I said, okay, fine. I said, you know what? Okay, but you're responsible. You got to be her teacher. You know, she has a lot of issues. She's a Jew. You know, I mean, she did her conversion. I mean, it may not be, you know, but she did her conversion.
I'll
And
teach
I
her.
said, and I told him, and I said, you're responsible for all the people in Judaism that are Jewish that are celebrities. You're responsible for them, and you have to reach out to them, and you have to start teaching. And then I said, and you have a whole team, and once you build them up, then you can introduce them to everyone else, right? And then they could be a part of a big community. So if she falls, she has a whole group of people there to pick her, like Amy Winehouse. Imagine if we were around when Amy Winehouse was around. We could have pulled her in, right? Mac Miller. You remember Mac Miller, the Jewish guy who died, the rapper?
That was one of my favorite.
We could have pulled them in. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm saying, like, they trust us as Black people, Africans, more than they trust their own Ashkenaz and other people. They see us as people that have been hurt, people who've been beat down, people making their way. So they trust us, especially celebrities. You know what I'm saying? So, this is where we're at. You know what I mean? But Tiffany Haddish, it's just a matter of time until she's with Rabbi Pinchas. It's just a matter of time.
That's crazy.
That's good.
It's very good because I think you're the best coach that Amare had in his life. He had many coaches, you know, play that, but this is the game of his life. And
Rabbi, I don't chase him. I don't call him. I don't do these things. He calls me. He wants advice. He calls me. I don't do that because I understand Black people. They don't. You give them too much energy, they don't like it. You know what I mean? Like,
on that, I'll leave that to you. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
This is the point.
They think you're trying to use them. They think you're trying to use them or something. You call them too much.
Yeah, yeah. You have to flex a bit of them. You know, I don't know you, who you are, like this. So let's just to finish about the thematic of the day. Do you have any idea that what should be the main topic? So people can talk about what they want, but I want to have a main topic that can be developed from different corners. So it can be, for sure, it would be Torah, but maybe it can be a question about society, about Africa Americans, about Africa. We have to find a main topic where people will know that, okay, on that day when I will be connecting in the event, I will hear tremendous thing about that topic, and I want to know more about that topic. So what could be, according to you, the best topic for the first event of the Yom HaTorah? Yes,
can you hear me? Yeah. For me, the reason why I asked to speak in Creole, I feel like the way the country is going right now, Haiti personally, I feel like I cannot wait anymore. You know, in the beginning, yes, you know, I was getting light, I was getting Yenika and everything, but it cannot wait anymore. I'm in America where to live where I live, if you don't make $240,000 a year, you're not gonna breathe. You see where I'm coming from?
Sorry, Avizai, you're good. You're good.
So no, it's not a joke. And in a place like that, with that type of stuff, you could have
just said that I'm flexing. Yeah, if you don't make that, yeah.
no.
$250,000.
It's not about flexing. Why do I say that? Because I said I'm in a point of my life where I understand a lot of things, and I wish I could have a home to go to. I don't have a home to go to, and that hurts me. Every day we're planning, where can we get? Because I know for sure they're gonna circle back with the next corona. My job is to know before it happened, I could just be out of here already. My brother the other day, he told me, he said, I know you're not happy here. You're like a fish out of the water. I know you will leave this country. He said, he told me that straight up. So now, to know that I have a home where it's beautiful, it's a vibe. And especially lately, I've been telling my wife, lately I've been contemplating about Shabbat in Haiti. Imagine the table in the courtyard, it's big. Everything is big, and then you just out. It's just a vibe. Your friend, it's just a vibe. Bigger vibe than I ever bring in Israel. Lately, I've been contemplating about that, but I don't have a home to go to. I want a home to go to, and that hurts. That bothers me. Look at it. Like I live in a very like wealthy place, but I don't have friends. I don't have neighbors. I don't have anything here. It's just me, the wife, and kids, and that's it. I have nothing here. I have nothing. 24/7.
It was almost after all this bunch of years in Israel with a lot of friends, you needed to have, you know, tzimtzum, you know, family every day.
Ah.
Back like this, you go back to the classics. No, I'm joking. I understand. So what would be the main topic you think we should put for the
Tradition.
tradition?
When I say tradition, to understand, to connect, to bring down, how did we become that way? I wanna reintroduce, I wanna make my people understand. We did not get our independence, our height with Christianity. As a matter of fact, everything started going south when they brought Christianity to us. I want to develop a topic on that. I want to remind my people that what's yours is yours. It's funny.
Yeah.
Come again.
Go ahead.
What's yours is yours, and how many things was how do you say that? They infiltrated our culture, and they even perverted, you know, our tradition, who we are, our identity. And I want to bring an awakening into that. That's why I wanted to speak in Creole. And the current thing that's happening, the insecurity, how A plus B equals C, everything. But I also want to bring in a state of Torah and then connect to see how every event in our life is directed to that.
Let me react to what you have said. I share my screen. You see, the first Mishnah of the Pirkei Avot. It says Moshe received the Torah from Sinai and transmitted. Transmitted is bad translation. קיבל תורה מסיני ומסרה. What is Masara? It's Masora. It's tradition. So it means the transmission of Torah is only for tradition. And it's the beginning of the first Mishnah. And after, you see, it's when Yehoshua finished his work, Lizkenim,
the elders.
And after they go the Nevi'im, it's a Ruah. Give it by tradition.
Traditionalists.
So it's that Torah Aleph, there's no transmission by halacha. There's no transmission by minag. It's transmission by masora, tradition. So maybe, so I get from you to first topic. Let's talk about the Torah tradition, the Torah Masoret. And you let people talk with that corner of what is tradition. Okay, Rabbi Zohar, you eat it. So you put the thing eyes.
Rabbeinu?
Yes.
I was thinking like this. Bnei Moshe returned to Torah, or Bnei Moshe and the Torah. Because why am I saying this? Sidor Sambation has legacy of Bnei Moshe. People have been wondering what is this legacy of Bnei Moshe. So that day, it has to be made profound to understand what is this legacy of Bnei Moshe. So Bnei Moshe and Torah, or Bnei Moshe returned to Torah, or Bnei Moshe and Torah are left. Something like that.
Okay, okay. Let me quote it. Legacy.
Legacy, yes.
That legacy.
Because everybody that sees that Sidor say, what is legacy of Bnei Moshe? Legacy of Bnei Moshe, it's the name jumps out, speaks out of everything.
Perfect. uh, uh, we have ideas too. It's out here. So,
No, it's
we are
super
making,
serious.
yeah, legacy.
You-
Legacy of an emotion.
For me, it's like I feel like I never really understood Torah, although
that legacy also fits into the tradition.
Yeah, it's the
yeah, it's the same thing.
Exactly what I wanted to say. The tradition of the Bnei Moshe. That's why my idea
legacy,
here.
that is, it fits into it. So, but that since you have that name already in the Siddur Sambatyon, everybody keep asking, what is legacy of Bnei Moshe? So today, that day, at least people should understand.
Yeah, I think
We're getting somewhere.
we have the path. Let me process it, and I will make some proposal. I'll say, give some work to people to work on the flyers, logo, and so on. And we have one month. It will be good if we can start to book the speaker next week. Like this, we have a whole 3 weeks of promotion. You know, we share, we do that, and people say, "Oh, what on the 17th of Tammuz?" So I think we're good. So do you have any question, Rabbanim?
Baruch Hashem, I'm happy.
Hey,
Tradition. For me, it's tradition. Tradition.
And as this thing is happening, in Nigeria here, we've commenced the mass production of Siddur Sambatyon this week. They
Oh,
wrote me.
wow. Amazing. So
Yes.
I think we are very lucky on this period. The Bnei Moshe, you know, when it comes about the end of the Shirat HaOmer and all the Tammuz Av, generally people like Sarah Mordechai, we don't know, they are suffering. You say, it's bad time. But what I see in my life, the best things I get since I'm practicing Torah and mitzvot, it's always Tammuz Av. It's the best month. So I don't understand why people they are like this. Some people they even don't take bath. They say, we don't wash. It's I say, so maybe Rabbi Mordechai is right. So maybe it's the Erev Ra who is taking the situation from leaving it from a strange corner. For me, it's even the day of fasting, even the Tisha B'Av. I always felt something not wrong, but not comfortable, with all the crying, I said, okay, we lost it. We can get it. Let's build things in that time which brings us to the next steps, not to remember where we failed. So, not a shame.
When it's not yours, it's heavy on you. Simple math. When it's not yours, it's heavy on you. And I've always told Mordechai like this every time we talk. I said, listen, how come us in Botina Kadisha, when we learn also, like even some people from Bethel, they would come, they'd learn this. They say, oh my God, it's too hot. It's this, that. Oh my God, it's too strong for me. How come we're just sitting there?
And
we're having our drink? Huh?
When did you get your book?
Oh, I had it a long time ago.
Hey.
Courtesy of
I see the book is too clean. You didn't open it a lot, huh?
Oh yeah,
the book is clean.
No. This one, Sefer Pliya, this is my baby. Sefer Pliya.
Okay.
You know?
No problem.
It's not just Bereshit. It's just, you're not gonna say too much. That's what I said.
He made 1 month of a month on Bereshit. The Kiddush.
This one is mine. This is my baby.
Yeah.
Rabbi.
Yes.
Chief Rabbi.
Shalom, Shalom.
You see, yes. Now you people speak. You know what it looks like. You people are the 12 sons of Yaakov, and me and the Shimdia are Ephraim and Menashe. So what you speak, we're not going to target.
Why you take the best tribes? Always the Nigerians. Always they put we are Ephraim and Menashe. You take the best tribes. You gonna let you.
Ephraim and Menashe. So we are the younger poor people, All the books you have, all these ones you have as the big Chevette. We don't know. We don't have it.
It's like when you were we were
So
young.
please,
Play
please,
football.
you have to look away and bring us up, make us be like our brothers.
It's like when we were young. You play soccer with friends. Always they took away. Yes, I'm Ronaldo, and you want to leave me. I want to be Orthodox. No problem. So thank you very much. I will update you about the different information. The one it will be ready like this. We will have something to present to the one we're gonna talk to, have them as guests to be speakers. If you think about other people that can be fitting that day, please let me know. We have time. We have, let's say we can start the Limudim in the morning, can finish at night time. We have space. We can have 50 people, but let's make it with a lot of wisdom. Bezrat Hashem.
Rabbi, you know that day there's a fasting day. Most of us will be in the Beit Knesset and we'll be fasting.
Yeah.
Our tradition in Nigeria here is on that day everybody stays in the Beit Knesset and we'll stay there for the rest of the day. So so you have it in mind, and so know how to incorporate the Nigerian people in that, because we don't operate from our homes that day.
You will have to invest in the big screen in the Beit Knesset. You will have to put people good chairs, and they will see. Look at the limudim from the Beit Knesset. If we can maybe provide two computer or 3 computer, people can be in different room. At least they can follow. It can be good, and even when you will be doing your limud, they will be in front of you, and you will be in front of us in the screen. So it's good. You will have all the community ready.
Okay.
That would be a very good idea. Yeah, that's a very good idea.
Oh, Hashem. Toda rabba rabbanim. Laila tov to all of you. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, Rabbeinu.
Shalom.
Yes, I want to, I don't know if I can use this opportunity and ask about the conversion process that we discussed last time.
Yeah.
The one that should happen in France. So I don't know if there is any development on that.
Yes, we made a group in WhatsApp. Most of the people are French speakers. So we moved forward. We basically, we fixed the date of 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of September. I've sent documentation to Phil and that need to be sent back to me with letters expressing that what is your path and your story connection to Torah and Judaism. So if you have people in mind, there's no problem. We can make it. So let me know if you need me to send you some information in private message.
Exactly. That's Hashem.
Okay, I will send to you in Telegram. Give me 1 hour. I need to take care of the kids, let them eat, put them sleep, and after I'll be okay for sending all the information. Bezrat Hashem.
It's all right. Toda rabba rabbeinu.
If it's possible, si on peut s'appeler juste 5 minutes juste après, ou même après que tu...
Je fais les enfants, comme ça, après, je t'appelle.
Merci beaucoup.
Simcha. Ah ben Zohar, je t'ai pas oublié, je suis en train de trouver la réponse. T'inquiète pas. Laila Tov, Chief Rabbi Nathan Hanan, Chief Rabbi Ishai Moshe, Chief Rabbi Zohar, Chief Rabbi Mordechai, Rabbi Eliyahu Media, and Chief Rabbi Kish. Laila Tov לכולם.
תודה.
Laila Tov Rabbeinu. Toda rabba. Toda.
Toda.
Bye bye.